It is I, once again, testing, testing, testing. Hey everyone, I hope all has been well with you. It's another Struggle With Me artist study, and I'm quite excited for this one. It's featuring my OC Uzmos, my little D&D bard from one of the old campaigns that I did a couple years back. This study was really fun, and I like the way it came out, like a lot. So to the trenches we go, but this time it's sunny outside and there's no mud, because you know how I hate mud. There's no mud, there's sun. It's a great day to go out and be in the trenches, so get your lawn chairs, your horseshoes, and a barbecue pit, because we're chilling today, guys. Chilling. So, the artist I'm studying is named Chelsea Gracei, and here's a screenshot of her channel. I've been subbed to her for a really, really long time, and she hasn't posted a video in years. I want to say probably like 7 years ago, I think. But when I was thinking about someone else to study, I thought of her art. I've always liked her thin lines and desaturated natural colors. She draws hair in an intricate way, similar to how I like to draw hair, so I wanted to use Uzmos since she has pretty golden locks and she has a lot of hair. Like whenever I draw her, she's always got like a lot of hair flowing all the time. The reference I used for this was some random doll from Pinterest that I saw, and I liked the form and the shapes and the way that it was posed, so I was like, let me try and make her look cute. It's an awkward pose a little bit, so it took me a few tries to get the weight distributed properly in the legs. The twist in her torso was also difficult to translate too, because it's 3/4, like 3/4, how you're looking at her, but her torso is kind of like facing us a little bit more than you think it should. So it was the kind of doll that's opposable in an advanced way, so maybe like the little torso itself was posed slightly off or something, and that's why it looked weird. Regardless, I was able to get the pose down pretty close to what I saw, so A+ for me. Okay, so the clothes that she wears are meant to be reminiscent of like belly dancing, sort of, and like dancing attire similar to that, like very airy fabric to accentuate movement and her body as she dances and performs. I didn't want to change up the outfit itself because what she's wearing doesn't really matter for this study, but there was an issue with drawing it. I've never actually drawn her pants from the side in this way before, and I was doing advanced calculus in my head trying to understand how it was supposed to go. Her waistband is more of a opaque mesh or tulle even that has maybe like a wire on the inside to rim outside the rim of like the shape to help it stay up in the way that it does, like its pointiness. I liked how the shape makes her midsection look overall, but bent over like this and the angle that she's in, it's downright confusing and a little awkward, not gonna lie. Realizing this, I think it would be wise for me to draw out the outlines or the outfits my characters wear from not just the front, you know, but like 3/4, 3/4, the side angles, you know what I mean? The back too, because y'all, fighting for my life, I tell you. I think it's time. I think this time it came all right by the end, but it can always be better, you know. So a good note for next time. The lines took the most time because I really wanted them to be like Chelsea's. They're thin with barely any variation in line weight. So she's a traditional artist using primarily alcohol markers. She really likes ahem markers, at least back then she did. I don't know what her preference is now, obviously, but she likes alcohol markers. She uses micron pens, color pencils, all that stuff. So I wanted to try my best to capture that traditional like vibe that she has. She draws curly / wavy hair in such a pretty way, flowing and dynamic. So I wanted to draw Oozmos' hair flowing out in front of her like she's posing before she starts dancing, because she's a dancer. For a little context about her, just for funsies, she's a bard with a dance performance focus. I wanted her to use percussion instruments so that she can dance at the same time freely with a more earthy vibe rather than airy, which is what a fiddle or a flute or something would be like. And she also sings too, so she sings, she dances, and she plays like maracas, bongos, I think she has a marching drum, stuff like that. She's a gnome, so she's real short, and that's why she has like the ears. I think she's like 3 foot something, and technically gnomes aren't particularly curvy. But in this case, though, Chelsea draws bodies very curvy. All wide hips, hip dips, thick thighs, all the good stuff. Typically not a whole lot of breasts or boobage going on, which honestly, I'm here for the pear shapes. That's my favorite body type to draw, so I think maybe that's like one of the reasons why I like drawing it, because I was watching her a lot in like college, when I was like really taking art seriously at the time. So maybe all of that influenced the way that I draw bodies to this day. But Chelsea draws elbows and hips with a slight point to them, and I try to keep that in mind as well. I think the only time that really translated was like where her butt would be, I guess, like kind of her hip. I think it's a little bit too pointy, which is kind of sad. And I don't think her elbow is as pointy as it should have been, which is also kind of sad, but it's okay. Chelsea is really good at drawing hands. And I was going to attempt to draw and make these ones detailed too, but decided against it, not wanting to bog myself down with the study trying to translate perfect hands. I just wanted to like just do what she does, and like anatomy will come later. Soon I'll do a struggle with me where I'm studying hands, and I can and you know, we can cry together when the time comes, so don't worry about that. The hands are very rough and totally in contrast with the rest of the drawing, but I don't really care. I can always go back and fix it when I'm better at drawing hands, and I kind of want to save fixing it for the day when I can just do it without using a 3D model. So that's kind of the beauty of digital art, right? Like, you can just do stuff, and you know, if you put everything on layers, nothing is permanent. You don't have to commit to really anything. So it's fine, it's fine. I wanted to keep the vibe of traditional, so I avoided using the paint bucket tool, taking my time to color everything in. I used a dense watercolor brush to fill in because when I go for the shadows, light, and other finishing things, you can see the uneven brush strokes on the edges, making the drawing appear more like it's on like physical canvas paper or like, you know, alcohol marker paper or multimedia paper, rather than just a digital canvas, you know. I forgot what I was doing every once in a while, trying to color the lines, but forgetting that she doesn't do that. So I was trying to keep in mind that like I needed to leave all of the outlines black, and they need to be thin, because she outlined in black really thin micron pen. I was also trying to shade in a new way, being more conscious of the potential for ambient light on curves and cylinders, like on the arms, or the thighs. I liked shading the legs too, but that's just anytime I draw her in her little dancing outfit, because the mesh reacts with like her skin color, and then there's some shading there, and it's super fun. The sheer material, it's just fun to draw in general, and it's really satisfying when I can make that her pants is sheer like come to life in my drawings. There was a struggle with trying to draw the pants over her legs because of the position her lower body was in. It ended up working out, kind of, but I'm sure I could do better in the future when I have better knowledge of bodies in space. Chelsea also outlines her characters in a white line if their body is clashing with something in the background, and I just generally like outlining my characters sometimes in white or a different color, so I also put that in as well. I think Usmos looks mad cute, honestly. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Coloring the hair was also another thing that I like doing, as always. It really makes her come alive, you know? Like, her hair is just so pretty and yellow and golden, and, you know, a lot of people don't really like gold or, like, yellow gold, but her hair, like, drawing the, like, it's not even blonde. It's definitely yellow. It's straight yellow, but I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot, and I think the contrast of the golden yellow with the pastel, cooler pink of her skin, mwah, so good. Outlining Usmos's hair, I swear, outlining her hair just like hold on, I can't even speak because I'm so excited. Outlining Usmos's hair was already fun to do, right? Like the flats, the lines, amazing. Putting the shadow and the light on top, oh my goodness. It just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it makes me so happy every time I see it. It's so like shiny and luxurious and beautiful. And so the whole time I was drawing this, I was just really feeling myself. I was like, oh my gosh, like she looks so pretty. The hair, I think I literally just did like a multiply layer for like the skin and everything. I think I did it on the same layer most likely, and then I believe for the blending mode, for like the lighter parts of the hair, it was color dodge. It was either color dodge or glow dodge. I can't remember which. I think I was cycling between the two because I wasn't sure how bright I actually wanted her hair to look, but because it's so yellow, I was like, go big or go home, dude. I want it to look like the sun. So I don't know. It just makes me happy every time I look at it. I'm just like, oh, my favorite thing on the planet ever. The background was actually kind of fun to draw, but I really needed to use the paint bucket tool for that. It was a little too tedious otherwise with the lines. I also colored the lines in too, because I wasn't thinking about what colors I would use when I put down the lines. So like filling them in with that lighter color, but the lines on the out, like the outline, was black, and so it was very distracting. So I had to like kind of work backwards, which was weird. It didn't take me too long to do, and once I finished it all, I really liked how it looked, and I think it looks very similar to what she would do. I also liked the little like green circle that I did. I liked the color itself, but I also just thought the illustration I was looking at, it was actually a tarot card collaboration with another artist, and I think the circle around the head means something in tarot, whatever. But I just like the way that it looked, so I gave her a little desaturated green, like olive green circle, just because. And I think it looks good. I think it looks cute. So, whatever. Overall, my lovely trench buddies, the trek was more of a party than a fight for our lives. Isn't that nice? I want to continue doing these studies, and if anyone has any suggestions or even wants me to study your stuff, let me know in the comments because I love hearing from you. I'm not sure what the next video will be. Maybe another draw with me. I haven't posted just a regular speed paint in a while, so maybe one of those. There's also a Monster Hunter series idea that I have floating around in my head, so maybe the next video will be that. Lagiacris is coming out in the second free title update, which is so very exciting. I am dying to fight him. I'm stoked. Guys, I'm stoked. So I think if I were to do the Monster Hunter one, I would probably be drawing a Lagiacris, maybe like a study. He kind of has like an alligator shape-ish to his face, and then he's a Leviathan, so his body's kind of snaky. So we'll see. Who really knows? As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join me on this journey in general. Subscribe if you wanna, like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Shy Ceiling signing off. See you later.